months.
And that will be a pretty historic day because not only will that be a heck of a game, but Trinity Christian will be going for the record, 5 in a row.
5 in a row. And let's talk about that for a second because 5 in a row, that has been something right there. I'm going to bring us back up because we want to have a little discussion on that real quick.
And if that is the case, if they do end up playing American Heritage, that would be the toughest test they've had in those
Let's talk about that for
run.
a second because that is something we really ought to really talk about. Is the fact of the FIVE-peat. The FIVE-peat has never happened in this state, considering that, let's start off with Swanee in the late 1980s. Swanee went through four in a row. I believe they did not make the playoffs. I think their 5th year that they were going to be able to go for a FIVE-peat, and that did not happen. North Florida Christian, I think something happened as well in the process of that. They went 4 in a row, late 90s, early 2000s, and that was under Tim Coakley. There, Mike Pittman, who, by the way, Swanee, Mike Pittman, get that out in a moment. He is getting inducted into the FHA Hall of Fame next month, and actually I will be there for that. So we'll be there at the FHA Hall of Fame banquet next month, September 17th at the
that's right,
Hilton UF.
And how about
here in Gainesville?
How about Trinity Christian schedule? They're another one who plays everybody. But how about week 1? They play Cocoa. They open with Cocoa week 1.
Right.
And they had a nationally televised game down there last year and lost to Cocoa in overtime.
Right, and that was one of their 3 losses. But let's talk about this FIVE-peat because we got these 2 parts on the FIVE-peat with the stuff here with the fact that on the FIVE-peat, we basically, in this situation is that, okay, you had Swanee, North Florida Christian didn't do it. Then you got to the point where, okay, Cocoa got 3 teams. Cocoa got the 3, and then they didn't. They basically had a 5-6 year stretch of fighting Booker T. Washington to get back.
Booker T won every year.
Yeah,
and then they ended Booker T's run last year.
Right, and then we had basically we had the stretch where Miami Central and Booker T were basically they were both they had a chance to go for 5 last year,
and Central didn't even make the playoffs because of that district with Carroll City and Southridge, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, that district. Carroll City Northwestern. My apologies.
Well, Carroll City won the district. Northwestern was the runner-up. Miami Central got eliminated.
Yeah,
and Booker T got eliminated by Cocoa in the state semifinals. So those teams. So now here it is. Trinity Christian is the 5th team to win 4 state championships in a row. Mm-hmm. They have the first chance to become the first team to do a 5-peat. Again, you look at history. You look at these 4 previous teams that did the thing. And it's going to be very tough for Trinity Christian. It's a little
different, though, because Trinity Christian, the talent and the machine they have going there now. But here's the thing. You're right. Them moving to 5A, it immediately changes things because like I just mentioned, they just went into a district with Bowles and Trinity Christian. With Ponte Vedra. I mean, they just went up a classification.
They turned the dial knob real quick.
They did. And their schedule outside of that, I mentioned playing Cocoa. They'll play at Columbia. At Lincoln again. I mean, Trinity Christian plays everybody anyway, but, I mean, it's going to be tough to get through that. But here's the thing.
Right.
If they get through it, they have a really good chance to win it. If it's American Heritage now, that's going to be the toughest test they've had in this run in Orlando.
But we got to remind people that Ponte Vedra did put a test on American Heritage, so it can be done.
That's true, and you never know. Ponte Vedra just was in the game. You remember we were at the
right,
and if we love nothing other than the fact that we live in North Florida, North Central Florida. We like to tell the South Florida guys sometimes, you know what you're talking about. I remember everyone looked to start that game started. They were like, Ponte Vedra can't stay in this game. No way. Oh yeah, they had the last drive with a chance to win the game, and you're right.
That was like a 2-point game. Let's remind everybody.
Yes, it was. Ponte Vedra down to the last possession. But yeah, Trinity Christian American Heritage would be. I mean, I think I said Cocoa Booker T. Washington. That can't be a championship game. That would be the game to watch. If it's Trinity Christian and American Heritage, that's gonna be fun.